In this example, we are tasked at finding the surface area of a composite figure. The good news is the numbers are nice and small to work with, so it'll make it easy to illustrate. There are a couple of different strategies. For example, I can look at this as a trapezoid here on the front. Let me clarify some right angles. And it's stacked together coming out of the board. So there's a trapezoid here in the back, and then there's a series coming out. I could also look at this as simply a collection of faces that I can calculate the area of and add up. The advantage of looking at it as a stack is if I find the area of one of those two trapezoids, and then the lateral wraparound area, it provides me a few less steps. For this example, though, I'm going to look at this as a collection of individual pieces and keep a running tally. Now, when I look at the various surfaces, if I were to start at the very top and work my way down, my first piece is that slanted top there. I'm already off to a bad start because I only have one measurement. It's 2 units here. It's a rectangle, I can see that, but I don't have this length along that edge. I need to calculate it. Now, fortunately for me, I've already done that work. If that's 4 units there to represent the fact that this is a rectangle here, and this is 3 here, I'm looking at a right triangle, which means I know that this length along here is going to be 5 units. With that information in hand, I can now find the area of that top piece. It's a rectangle, and it's going to be 5 units along this edge here, 2 units along here. So 5 by 2, which is 10. I'll keep a tally off to the side because I've got 6 items I need to write down. So that's the top. Now notice it's different than the actual bottom of my figure. The bottom is a different kind of rectangle. This base, if you will, right there, is 4 by 2, or 8 units. Now think about what we're looking at and how they're different. This is the bottom down here, it's laying flat. This has to cover a slant. It's going to have to be a little bit larger to make up that slant difference. Now, I can talk about the left over here and the right. The left is 6 units tall and 2 units deep. The right, this side over here, is again 2 units deep, but in this case only 3 units tall. And so there's that area. Now I've got to deal with my front and my back. The front piece is 6 units, 3 units, 4 units in height. It's a trapezoid. If I'm a little bit fuzzy on the trapezoid, I could see this as a triangle, half base height, so 3, 4, take half of that, and add it to another rectangle, which is 3 by 4. You'll get the same area. Again, it comes down to what you feel most comfortable with. I'm going to use the trapezoid formula, though, to save myself a little bit of writing. So the front is a trapezoid, so it's going to be base 1, 6, plus base 2, 3, all over 2, times a height of 4. And that simplifies then to 18. 9, 2, yeah, 18. Now I could again break that into the 2 separate pieces. I'm going to write that formula in case you forgot. Remember, a trapezoid, add the 2 bases together, base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, multiply that by the height. Move this 3 over. He's over there. That's the area of a trapezoid. Now again, in this case, I could look at this as triangle plus rectangle. So that would be half base of 4 times 3. That works out to be 6. And then a rectangle, which is 3 by 4. Let's use the parentheses for consistency. That's 12. Add the two areas together, and what have you got? 18. So again, we end up at the exact same place. Now the back, fortunately, is the same shape. So when I look at this collection of areas, I can see that I have accounted for all 6 surfaces. The top, the bottom, the 2 sides left and right, which are rectangles. So I have 4 rectangles so far. And then I have 2 trapezoids. The trapezoids are 18 and 18. My last step now is to add all of these together and get a total surface area for the whole figure. So now I'm just going to simply add down my column of numbers. Start off with 10 for the top, plus 8 for the base, plus 12 for the left, plus 6 for the right, plus 18 for the front, and 18 for the back. My total area is 72 square units. If I had gone the lateral area route, I would be looking at this trapezoid of 18, the back trapezoid of 18, and a single rectangle, 2 units tall, and 5, 8, 12, 18 going around. Multiply those all together, you end up with the same net area. It all depends on what strategy you feel most comfortable with.